Hey look, somebody asked me a question. I better answer it. Hello, it's Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Today I have a question from Jaden. Jaden wants to know, I'm going to be looking over there because that's where my stuff is. He wants to know, why do automobile companies make subsidiary companies such as Ford and Lincoln or Lexus and Toyota? It's a pretty good question. It applies mainly to luxury brands. It can also apply to other brands, but not so much anymore. That's changed a lot in the last 15, 20 years. Most of the time, those subsidiaries are actually absorbed companies. So Ford with Lincoln, for example, Lincoln was the Lincoln Motor Company. And then shortly after World War II, Ford bought or acquired that company, and it became Lincoln Motors, or part of Ford, and eventually became Ford's luxury brand. They used to lump it with Lincoln Mercury. Mercury was also once a luxury brand, and then sort of moved into a position more like a Buick, so it was a premium but not quite luxury brand. Over at GM, same thing happened. That's where Buick, Cadillac, all of those nameplates came from. They were all once companies. General Motors is literally a conglomerate of other companies that came together. So that's where that came from. But names like Lexus with Toyota, and the same holds true with other Japanese brands, so Honda with Acura and so on, and also with some European brands, Volkswagen with Audi and so forth. Those were brands created for luxury. So in other words, they were brands created by their parent company as a luxury brand for that parent company. So Toyota created Lexus in the same way that Honda created Acura and so forth. They did this in order to promote luxury cars separately from their regular cars. So they have the mainstream brand, and then they have the luxury brand. They do this for very good reason. Recently, we had Hyundai used to have a model of car called a Genesis. They marketed that car as their luxury vehicle. It was a luxury car. It didn't sell well. It did not go over well in the public, and the publicity for the car was not generally very good because people don't look at Hyundai and think luxury. They look at Hyundai and they think everyday low-cost car. So Hyundai split that car off, created a brand called Genesis, named after that car, and that brand is now promoting itself as a luxury brand and will eventually probably do well. Kia is in the same boat right now. They have the K900, which is a horribly named car anyway. So they have this K900 they're promoting as a luxury car. It's not selling as such. It's not doing terribly well. And Kia is going to also face that same conundrum. And most of us in the industry believe that Kia is going to spin off a luxury brand very soon, sometime in the next couple of years. And they will probably use, if they follow Hyundai's lead, they will probably use the name Cora, or Chorus, I should say, Chorus, with a Q, not a CH. Chorus is the international name for the K900. Far better name. They should have just used that here, because I can't say it enough times. K900, horrible name. But anyway, the reason luxury companies exist, the reason that the regular brands spin off these and create these luxury brands, is because when people are buying automotive, they don't think of a regular brand as being capable of being luxurious. All the fitment could be exactly the same, but if it says Ford on it, it's just not as good as a Lincoln. If it says Chevrolet on it, it's just not as good as a Cadillac. That's just how it is. That's perception. Branding is all about perception. And so car companies, they win or lose by their brands. And that is why they have luxury brands separate, usually with separate dealerships or at least separate dealer lots. Because luxury is considered a completely different thing. Even if you can get in a Ford with exactly the same fitment as a Lincoln, or a Toyota with exactly the same fitment as a Lexus, even if you could do that, the luxury brand still holds more sway as luxury. That's how our minds work. So that's it. Hopefully this answered your question, Jaden. And if you have a question and you want me to do my best to try to answer it, ask away. You can find me down below. Just put in a comment. Find me on Aaron on Autos up there. Look me up on Facebook, Quora, etc. Find me on the Twitter. I'm old, so I get to say the Twitter. Any of that. You can find me all over the place. Hit me up. And if I can, I'll answer it. All right. This has been Aaron, AaronOnAutos.com. Talk to you again soon.